Hey guys, what's going on? Back with another Cold War Zombies video, and as some of you guys might know, in a few weeks we're going to be getting the Kino Der Toten remake called Der Toten. So again, I mentioned a few years ago, probably by now, that one of the reasons I started on YouTube is I used to watch zombie YouTubers answer questions from their subscribers, and most of the time they would answer them incorrectly, give the wrong answers, which started a chain reaction of everybody having the wrong answer. So I kind of want to flip the script on that, and being that Mao Der Toten is coming up, I want to ask you guys a bunch of questions and let me know what you guys think or the best way you can answer it. It's not going to necessarily be trivia questions. It's going to be more open-ended uh, questions, what you think about stuff so far. And the first most important question is going to be, what do you think or your thoughts are on the Cold War outbreak and zombies storyline that's going on? And personally, for me, I've mentioned this before, and it's pretty ironic, or you could think of it almost like a pun, that it's almost like a movie for me. Like, I want to know a little bit of stuff, but I also want to be surprised most of the time. I try actually not to look too much into the story that's coming, but once we do get some answers and get some of the story, I like researching the almost the backstory behind that. So it's kind of like I've mentioned before, a story within a story. It's, and I've mentioned, like, I guess I'll never or most of us will never really be friends with any of the devs at Treyarch or Call of Duty, but it's a good way inside to knowing what they like, what movies they like and stuff from pop culture, what they grew up watching or liking when they were younger. So it's kind of the reason I do that. Like right now, we're heading into probably like what DLC3, which is gonna be Mao Der Toten. I have a general idea. I mean, same thing. Some of us are not sure if we're gonna actually have Kino inside Mao Der Toten as a playable area. Maybe we might just hint at it. It could be somewhat like Die Machine, where you spawn and you have to work your way through it, but most of the time people just hang out on the plane wing or the Atom Smasher, but not that many people actually stay, unless you camp on top of Noctur on Toten. So I'm wondering if it's going to be something like that where Kino's going to be in there, maybe you spawn, maybe you have to go do something in there, but you're not going to really spend too much time hanging out in Kino itself. Almost similar also to the Beast from Beyond, where it's a playable area and you have to do it for the steps for the Easter egg, but I don't think most people hang out inside of Kino Der Toten in Beast from Beyond. I think most people kind of just go there. I know you have to do stuff for like those cutouts and stuff like that for the Easter egg, but it's not the main area. You don't see people rush to Kino in Beast from Beyond and hang out there and just and you can't even really go on the stage. It's just the um the screen. So with all that being said, again, what do you think of the storyline so far is the main question, and I kind of went off topic. Next question would be, who do you think the one is? So also too, like, maybe it's a question that I forgot about. So if there's anything that you want to just mention, storyline related, other questions, I'm interested to see what you guys are thinking. Like, are we ever going to see chaos? Are we going to see anything similar to the chaos story, like traveling back in Roman times, maybe through the dark ether, traveling to certain events in history using the dark ether? Um, Other question, which is another important one that I want to see what you guys are thinking, or how you feel about it, is do you prefer fantasy Jason Blundell style, dragons and Der or do you still love the science Jimmy Zelensky storyline, or would you rather a mixture of both, um, where you get some, fantasy dragon castle type stuff, or you rather have also with it some science based Nazi experiment stuff. So questions like that, like I said, I can honestly, and probably the only one that can answer every single question, because I'm not the only one, but I do the most research. And I just keep digging and digging the stuff that you find. But I'm more interested to see what people like or what they want to see in zombies. As far as maybe the storyline, what do you think about Samantha? Do you think, I know people are asking for like a new crew and stuff like that. So I guess those are some of my questions where I'm thinking or worrying about what people think of it. Like, are they liking the Samantha, Ravenoff, Weaver, Omega Requiem storyline? I did do a poll on Twitter asking to grade. It's kind of like a meme or a joke, but to grade, or how would you grade the storyline so far? And for Cold War Zombies, I did like A plus to B minus, kind of like a meme. Because I think it's great. I like it, and I think I like it because for two reasons, and this is kind of like the elephant in the room. And I'm always the one that likes to address it, even though it's probably not socially acceptable. But is it because of how maybe difficult Outbreak is, that people don't want to jump into Outbreak and do the intel and play the game? Because truthfully, and I've mentioned this before, if you're exfilling by round 3, you're not playing Outbreak the right way. Outbreak is meant where, I know, and again, I know it takes a lot of time. I know not everybody can spend 5 hours playing Outbreak, but maybe Treyarch could change, maybe like where you don't necessarily have to, or maybe get more salvage quicker. I know there's ways to get salvage quicker and stuff like that, but I feel like that's the issue. Like, even the other day I played Firebase, somebody wanted to exfil on like round 5 or whatever, or round 3 or 5, whatever it is, on Firebase. Yeah, I'm like, that's not how you play the game. You have to really sit down. If you do that like on solo, but then again, people can play however they want to play. So again, this is going to be more like storyline stuff, like what is it that you're liking, what is it that you're not liking, what do you think's coming, how do you feel about Kino, and this can, I guess, almost be like a speed round questions where you guys can answer it. What do you think about Kino? Any more remakes that you'd want to see? The Giant Der Der Eisendrache, Shadows of Evil, Berlin. People are saying it looks like Shadows of Evil on Twitter. Most people are saying that in the comment section. So those are some questions, like what else do you want to see in the storyline? I don't want to feed into it, but the premise and Ultimates, do people miss them? Do people miss Richthofen? Is that why? Because the poll that I did on Twitter was a little bit surprising, where it's kind of split down the middle. I think there's like 4 choices, and it's pretty much almost 25% in all 4 categories, roughly around that. I think people are liking it if they're playing Outbreak again, like I mentioned. So again, this is just a quick little video of like, what are your thoughts on the storyline? Is it meeting your expectations? What is it, because you can't figure out what's coming? Or, I mean, it is a simple storyline up until this point with a lot of suspense. It's so suspenseful right now because nobody knows really what's coming. And then even before that, not that many people knew that Outbreak was even coming at all. People just, the rumors were like, oh, we're going to get this remaster, we're going to get that remaster, DLC2 is going to be that, DLC3 is going to be that. So those are just some of the questions. If there's any question that you want to ask, maybe so other people can answer it. I'm trying to stay away from answering questions. I want to see more what zombies community or people are thinking, loving, hating. I mean, if you hate something and then you give like a stupid reason for it, I'm not even gonna address it. Like, if you like say Outbreak is, and I mentioned this before, that like Outbreak is boring, but you're only saying it's boring probably because you're playing on World 1 or 2 and then leaving after World 2. I mean, there's actually ways to skip to higher rounds, which I'm not familiar with. I think you have to shoot the machine that teleports you or something like that, and then you skip like a round or something like that. But again, what do you think about the storyline? Is it going to tie into World War II? Vanguard, are you excited that it might tie into that? Are you excited that everything might tie together? Do you not want it to tie together, all the storylines and stuff like that from previous games or future games? Um, I don't know. How do you feel about Outbreak again? Or is it fulfilling your needs? Do you think you need to work on playing it better? Um, or maybe would you rather cutscenes rather than intel? Again, the main, I guess, again, I'm curious what the main storyline is going to be, what you guys think it's going to be. Is there anything you're noticing that other people aren't noticing? Is there anything that other zombie YouTubers are missing that you think? Anyways, like I said, just pretty much fill in the blank however you want. Ask a question that other people can answer, or answer one of the questions that I've asked, or just make a comment what you're thinking about everything so far. Were you happy with your $60 purchase of Cold War for the zombies mode and stuff like that? Anyways, I'll see you guys later.